now and get a shaker bottle free. But wait, hold everything. Be one of the first to call or go online and get your first month of premium meals free, including Hearty Inspirations. These offers have a combined value of over $100.
Call or click right now.
Go online or call to get these free offers and start losing weight today.
Stay tuned. There's more Inside Edition to come.
Your road to adventure starts at La Mesa. Discover majestic vistas or mountain hideaways. An RV or adventure van makes it possible. Start your road to adventure at La Mesa.
ABC 10, the local news you depend on, now whenever you want it. Breaking news, weather,
cold temperatures and winds.
Investigations.
Hi, Ms. Nixon. We have a couple of questions.
What's happening in your community, sports, true crime, and more. The news you need whenever you want. Stream ABC 10 local news free on Amazon Fire and Roku. ABC 10, we stand for you.
Your road to adventure starts at La Mesa. Our huge selection of RVs and adventure vans makes it possible. This new Thor Axis is discounted over $69,000. Start your road to adventure at La Mesa.
Coming up, winter's not over just yet. We are tracking big changes you can expect this week. Plus, some members of a local board of supervisors are saying no to bias training, why they say it's not needed.
Finally today, this is the opposite of sibling rivalry.
This toddler wants to be just like his big brother. Right down to the handstand. Now it's toddler's turn. Oops.
Love that laugh. That's Inside Edition for today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Good Tuesday evening. Thank you for joining us on this Mardi Gras. I'm Laura Painter. Take a look at these flags blowing outside downtown Stockton's Superior Court. After weeks of warm, dry weather, big changes are starting today with powerful wind throughout our region and more to come, including rain and snow. So get ready for it all now. We start with meteorologist Carly Gomez. How long is that wind sticking around?
Yeah, we're actually going to see these wind advisories in effect at least as we start off and kick off the weekend. But right now, we are going to see a break in the wind at least later on early morning hours tomorrow. And right now, current winds, they are right around anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour from Sacramento north, but south, Stockton looking at 35-mile-per-hour winds. Yes, these are the winds. Now let's take a look at the gusts. Gusts at 43 miles per hour for Stockton, and you're seeing 38 in Modesto, 35 in Sacramento. Some of the strongest winds you can see, they're really skirting areas of Santa Rosa, Fairfield, all the way down to the west side of Stockton and Modesto, and making its way along I-5 down there for areas of the Tracy Triangle and San Francisco. So very strong wind gusts happening right now. They're going to continue in the overnight hours, but we will start to see things ease up just a bit before the next system arrives, continuing to bring us some more strong winds. Current temperatures sitting in the mid-50s right now, 63. That's the average this time of year, so we are cooler. And we're going to continue to see some of those winds tonight. Now, as we move on into Wednesday, we start to see them pick up pretty much in the same spots we're seeing them now. But by Thursday, they really push in from the south through most of the valley spots into your Friday. Wow, look at that 1:30 a.m. Very strong winds expected to arrive then. And that's when we're expecting to see the next system arrive as well. Most of those snow showers tapering off this evening. By Wednesday, we'll continue to see the next storm system arriving through the overnight hours into your Thursday. So get ready for that as we have some major changes coming to the forecast.
Sounds good, Carly. Thank you. And don't forget to download our free ABC 10 app to get the latest news and weather alerts sent straight to your phone. This is really going to come in handy if you're out on the roads or lose power at home. Now to a developing story. Lodi City Councilman Shakir Khan was in court again today, this time for additional charges. We first told you the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office arrested Khan October 28th. At that time, he was accused of running an illegal gambling operation and money laundering scheme through his American Smokers Club business on Waterloo Drive in Stockton. The Sheriff's Office says the search warrant they served at the business, quote, opened a can of worms, which then led to additional charges for election crimes. The man accused of killing his wife was in court today. 61-year-old Greg Hobson and his wife Anu Hobson were reported missing from Fairfield last week. Greg was arrested on Thursday after police found him and the truck the couple was last seen in. Fairfield police say Anu has not been found, but they believe she was killed based on evidence they collected. Friday marks 1 year since Russia invaded Ukraine. In Sacramento, the sheriff's office is investigating a potential hate crime at the Ukrainian American House. A swastika was painted over the Ukrainian flag on the front of their building. Today, our Devin Truby talked with the organization and the men who repaired the vandalism.
Early Sunday morning, the Ukrainian flag at the Ukrainian American House on Auburn Boulevard was vandalized. It was caught on camera. You see the person in dark sweats with their hood up and face mask on take the spray paint out of the hoodie pocket and paint a swastika on the flag. The next morning, Vladimir Karakowski was driving to church when he saw the vandalism.
My son Vlad, he saw this sign on a flag, say, "Dad, look at it." He scared me. I said, what? I was thinking some car crash us or something. And he said, "Look on flag."
That's when they saw the symbol associated with Nazis painted on their flag. The father and son immediately went to the store to buy paint to fix it. They captured the moment in this video.
It's hard for my heart.
Especially approaching the anniversary of the Russian invasion. His brother still lives in Ukraine, and his sister just came to the States 2 months ago as a refugee. It's a feeling Vlad Scotts, the founder of Ukrainian American House, shares.
Sort of two feelings. One of them is make me worry about our community, about our neighborhood. The other, when this guy randomly just stop by and dedicate his time to repair, show us that community very united.
The Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says once they finish collecting the evidence, they will be able to officially call it a hate crime investigation. Meanwhile, today, the El Dorado County Board of Supervisors was set to vote on whether to require implicit bias training for board appointees. The board voted only 2 years ago. The training was mandatory. Now they are facing opposition to that training. Our Roxanne Elias has been at the Board of Supervisors meeting all day. Roxanne, tell us what happened in that meeting. What have you learned?
Laura, there was a lot of back and forth inside this building behind me today as board members took into consideration on whether or not to require this implicit bias training. Now, earlier today, the board directed staff to go back and look at the language around requiring board appointees to be required to take the training. The training teaches people about unconscious bias, which are social stereotypes about certain groups of people that individuals form outside of their own conscious awareness. Board members say they were having trouble keeping appointees because of their opposition to the training. One suggestion from the board today is that within 30 days, if a commissioner does not take it or makes some reference that they don't want to take it, the supervising responsible party would then be notified that that person would be told they had 6 months to do it, and if they don't comply, then their seat would be put as vacant. Here's what some El Dorado County community members feel about it.
It's a good idea. You had mentioned the word mandatory, which I don't like that word, but unfortunately, you know, if it means doing the right thing and being aware of one's biases, then, you know, what's a couple hours out of your time?
I would think that somebody on the Board of Supervisors would want to be informed about a better way to look at the world around them.
At this point, we don't have an exact date or time when those board members plan to come back here and vote on that, but we are in close contact with the spokesperson, and she will let us know when they will take further action. Laura, back to you.
We know that you'll be tracking this all for us and staying on top of this story. Roxanne live in Placerville tonight. Thank you. Well, tracking some of the other big stories we are following at 5. The competition for Senator Dianne Feinstein's seat continues to grow. Today, Congresswoman Barbara Lee announced her campaign for the California U.S. Senate seat. The announcement comes after Feinstein announced that she will not run for re-election next year. U.S. Representatives Katie Porter and Adam Schiff are also eyeing the seat. Lee is the highest-ranking black woman appointed to the House Democratic leadership. She shared the news of her candidacy on social media, saying, quote, "Californians deserve a strong progressive leader who has delivered real change." Also tonight, California is facing a caregiving crisis. The state auditor reports that before the pandemic, tens of thousands of people needing home nursing care didn't get the care they needed because there are too few providers. This is why a group of lawmakers are proposing a bill that would change the state's in-home supportive services program and protect the right to home care. The main focus is to make sure the home care providers are paid a fair wage.
We've now become the fourth largest economy in the world. We have some of the fattest budgets, no matter what anybody says. And yet we don't want to pay home care workers enough to feed their kids or pay for the rent.
Those who support the bill say with the state's rate of older Californians soaring, people may be forced into nursing homes unnecessarily or put them at risk of injury. Coming up, President Biden is in Europe calling for allies to help defend Ukraine in the Russian invasion.
I think it's important for people to recognize Black History Month, but think a little broader. Black History Month is every single day of the year because of the contributions and the things that we are connected to through people of African ancestry. We need to celebrate it all the time and understand that it's present in our lives, whether we're aware of it or not, and it's our job to be informed. My name is Mariana Souza. I'm an edutainment specialist of Mari Works Productions. I'm from Sacramento, California.
Only a few days left to take advantage of NorCal Honda Dealers President's Day sales event. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
It's affordable, fast, and very reliable.
The gas mileage is fantastic.
Hurry in now for big savings on Honda, legendary for fuel efficiency, and the nation's top brand for value. But don't wait. Our President's Day sales event ends soon. New cars are arriving daily, so come in today to buy or reserve your Honda.
You feel safe in these cars. They're built to last.
Event ends February 26th.
Now is the time to buy a hot tub, swim spa, or sauna. Cal Spas of Sacramento is having their biggest inventory super sale. Hurry in! Savings up to $5,000 on selected models. All 2022 hot tubs and swim spas are priced to sell. Closeout sale on all saunas. When they're gone, so are the savings. Cal Spas is American-made for over 45 years and awarded industry best by Consumer Affairs. Hurry in today. Don't miss the savings. Visit Cal Spas of Sacramento, Highway 50 at Bradshaw.
When I was broadsided by that truck, I didn't know where to turn. Thankfully, I found the injury attorneys at BD&J.
The personal injury attorneys at BD&J have recovered over $1 billion for their clients. Make the call to BD&J today.
If you need a gift for someone special, you can get them Zazzle. With Zazzle, you can create gifts with a personal touch that you can only get at Zazzle. Create it at Zazzle.com.
Closed captioning sponsored by Bell Brothers, your hometown experts in plumbing, windows, heating, and air.
Now to the latest on the war in Ukraine. President Biden is in Poland today, calling on NATO allies and the U.S. and the world to stand firm with Ukraine in its nearly year-long war with Russia. Biden called out Russian President Vladimir Putin by name, telling crowds Putin's hunger for land and power will fail. Meanwhile, Putin falsely declared the U.S. and Western allies started the war in Ukraine and that Russian troops were using force to stop it. President Biden says Putin alone is responsible for the war.
President Putin chose this war. Every day the war continues is his choice. He could end the war with a word. It's simple.
Putin also announced Russia would temporarily pause its involvement in an Obama-era nuclear arms treaty with the U.S. Russia's foreign ministry later saying Russia will continue complying with weapons restrictions. In Los Angeles, an investigation is underway to determine why a beloved bishop was shot and killed in his own home. Auxiliary Bishop David O'Connell was found murdered in his bed. The L.A. County Sheriff says 65-year-old Carlos Medina was arrested in connection to the murder. Police say Medina is the husband of the bishop's housekeeper and had previously done work at the bishop's home in the L.A. suburb of Hacienda Heights. Investigators say a critical tip led them to the suspect.
Detectives were told by the tipster that they were concerned because Medina was acting strange, irrational, and made comments about the bishop owing him money.
The suspect is being held on a $2 million bail. According to the sheriff's department, his wife is cooperating with the investigation. Next at 5, why hundreds of thousands of Californians are leaving the state every year. We hear from people choosing to leave.
Night after the historic surprise journey to the Ukraine war zone, President Biden's message as he visits Poland to mark 1 year of Russia's war. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched newscast on television.
Guys, are you struggling with ED and sick of the pills? Well, we now have a major medical breakthrough. Our WAVE technology is clinically shown to open up and repair blood vessels, treating the root cause problem of ED. No pills and no side effects. If you're ready to regain your love life, call us now and you'll get the ultrasound and assessment totally free. Also, a gift that can produce rapid results. You're going to love that one. And today, Tuesday only, tune-up treatments are included. This means that if you notice results fading in the future, we'll retreat you free of charge, and that's good for calls today, Tuesday only. Guys, it's time to get your love life back.
Put a stop to your ED. Call today, Tuesday, February 21st, and you'll qualify for the exam, assessment, ultrasound, and special gift free. Plus 5 tune-up treatments at no charge. This $800 value is free to those who call today only, February 21st. Call Coastside Medical Clinic at 916-603-2000. This offer ends today.
You didn't live this strong, this long, to get put on the shelf like a porcelain doll. But 1 out of 2 women over 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis. You should know you can build new bone with Evenity for postmenopausal women with osteoporosis at high risk for fracture. Ask your doctor if you can do more than just slowing down bone loss with Evenity. Want stronger bones? Then build new bone. Evenity can help in just 12 months. Evenity is proven to reduce spine fracture risk by 73%.
Evenity can increase risk of heart attack, stroke, or death from a cardiovascular problem. Do not take Evenity if you have low blood calcium or are allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions and low blood calcium have occurred. Tell your doctor about jawbone problems, as they have been reported with Evenity, or about pain in your hip, groin, or thigh, as unusual thigh bone fractures have occurred.
Don't let a break put you on a shelf. Talk to your doctor about building new bone with Evenity.
Stay informed with Bria Love, weekday mornings on ABC 10.
In tonight's Reiner Report, we look into the question of why people are leaving California. Recent data show over the last 2 years, California's population lost 500,000 people. Our political reporter Morgan Reiner has been looking into the answer tonight and where people are going. Morgan, is that population loss just because of migration?
Laura, California had more babies born here over the last 2 years than people who have died. This isn't about the birth and the death rate. So yes, to answer your question, this is mostly because people are choosing to leave.
Susan L. Casey has fond memories growing up in Sacramento.
Take trips to Lake Tahoe, enjoy nature up in California. So that was a lot of fun.
But doesn't miss it now that she's gone.
You know how they say everything in Texas is larger? It's true.
It's love that brought her to Houston, where her husband lives. It's the finances that makes her say she does not want to leave.
Housing would be just so expensive there, whereas over here, we would be able to buy a second home and make an investment rather than spending like $700,000 on a home in California to get something maybe half the size.
And safety.
In Sacramento, I've lived in areas where I couldn't imagine letting my children play outside.
It's politics that drove Blanca Nunez and her family's decision to leave.
One of the most beautiful states we've been stationed at. The weather is phenomenal, so much to do, but then it's also been really scary. My kids are unvaccinated for the most part.
She made that decision because of her daughter's disability.
I already communicated with the schools. They have services for my kids. They can attend without a problem. Pediatricians, they all take you if you are making different choices for your kids. Where here you have to find a unicorn that will allow you to be part of their practice.
They moved to Texas on Sunday and no longer need to rent. they purchased a home.
Our money's going to go a lot further.
Census data shows that just counting domestic migration in and out of the state, California overall lost 871,000 people. After accounting for international migration, the birth and death rate, California lost about 500,000 over 2 years, second only to New York, and one of only 18 states that saw an overall population decline.
Of course, there are so many reasons why people are choosing to stay in California. It is still the most populous state. But for those who are leaving, what cities are people moving to? Data from USPS shows people move to Miami more than any other city. But many cities in the West are up there as well. Salt Lake City coming in at number 7. One of the reasons why the governor probably held a recent press conference telling Californians not to move there because they already have limited housing and other resources.
Yeah, certainly a lot to consider. Morgan, are there any signs this population decrease is slowing down?
Well, the rate of decline this last year did slow down. Every expert I've ever interviewed and the Public Policy Institute of California cites housing costs as the biggest driver. And as the state works to increase the number of units, the goal is that the state will be able to keep people from leaving and will hopefully start to see an increase in the coming years.
Our Morgan Reiner reporting. Thank you. Now to new information tonight showing the state of downtown Sacramento looks better than it did a year ago. That's according to local leaders who met today for the annual State of Downtown Address. Congresswoman Doris Matsui and Sacramento Mayor Darrell Steinberg talked about the accomplishments and challenges faced last year. Steinberg says Sacramento is on the rebound after the pandemic set businesses back.
I see the future of downtown as bright, where people live, where people work, where people eat, and because it's got such an incredible food scene.
We also talked one-on-one with the mayor about the controversy over the recent vote to approve an armored vehicle for the Sacramento police.
I just looked at it and tried to make my best independent judgment. And my best judgment was it's not a weapon. It's a defensive, almost like a tractor in a way, with a shield that allows the police to protect themselves, but also to protect others.
The homeless crisis, also an issue talked about today. The mayor says he's hopeful the tide is finally turning with the new partnership between the city and the county. Today, the city of Auburn is working to clean up the community by picking up stray shopping carts. You might not know this, but February is National Return Shopping Carts to the Supermarket Month. Auburn homeless liaison deputies took in 80 shopping carts off of the streets valued at $40,000. They tell us they collected nearly 40% more this year compared to last year. Now, Carly, certainly a lot of debris blowing out there on the roads. I saw it on my drive-in. Really a windy Mardi Gras and a sign of things to come.
Yeah, it definitely is. Right now, those winds are gusting over 45 miles per hour for a lot of spots. As you see in our big mountain backyard, it's also very windy out there. A beautiful plant, so thank you for that, Cheyenne. But look at those winds just pushing things all about, and we're going to continue to see that for the next few hours. Now, in the overnight hours, things will begin to slow just for a little bit until it picks right back up. Moving into your Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Let's take a look at the temperatures sitting in those mid-50s right now for the valley and inland Tahoe at 22 degrees with some snowfall. As we look to the weather ahead, the wind gusts are pretty much topping out for the most part today, currently as we speak. But rain and snow showers, they're going to start picking up again for your Wednesday, and we'll see low snow levels early Thursday morning. That means we could see them dropping as low as about 1,000 feet with maybe some flurries around 500 feet and higher. So, yeah, this is very low snow. We haven't seen this in quite a while. Let's take a look at the low pressure system that's currently in place now. Behind it, we're seeing another low. This is the one that's going to bring us more cold, low pressure along with that snow. Just take a look at how far north it is. It's really the jet stream just targeting us into Northern California. That air up there, Arctic cold air with the low pressure system. And you notice there's a lot of breaks in the clouds there. That allows us to actually get that cold air in. But what it's also doing is it's dividing the clouds, meaning we can get some sun in between that. And that's what we can see tomorrow with some thunderstorm chances as we see some shower chances along with it in the afternoon hours. Winter weather advisory just till 10 p.m. today for areas around Truckee, South Lake Tahoe, further south from the central Sierra here. Now, this is just part of this first storm system.
As we move on, we're seeing that wind advisory in effect till 4 a.m. and then a little further south till 1 p.m. tomorrow. And this is bringing winds 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusts up to 45 miles per hour. Now, the winter storm watch that we're seeing and the winter storm warning in effect. The impacts here could even affect areas of I-5, anywhere from about 1 inch here along I-5, mostly further north. And we could see as much as 6 inches for the western foothills there. And that's what you're seeing as we look into Yuba City. Now, as we look at the winter storm warning, you're seeing in that pink shade there, very low snow levels here, about 1,000 to 1,500 feet. That'll bring about 2 to 6 inches of snow for those elevations, much higher everywhere north, or I should say further higher or higher in elevation. Now, some of the winds about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Friday, 1 a.m., you're seeing up to 25 mile per hour winds, but the gusts could get as high as 45 miles per hour. Taking a look at the low snow levels here, finally, we see Thursday really starting to push down along 50 and even on 80. And we'll get more rain with that as well, but also take a look how it affects portions of I-5. You may see a flurry here and there as it tries to change from rain to snow. Now, as we're looking into Saturday, this is mostly tapering off as most of it starts leaving the area. We'll get some partly cloudy skies Saturday. Before Sunday, we get more of that rain and snow arriving Sunday, Monday into Tuesday. So yeah, we have a lot of systems headed our way. Again, very low snow level here, dropping down to about 1,000 feet. That's near Auburn, and off 50, that's just up near areas around Shingle Springs, and also seeing maybe Cameron Park area could see a little bit of a flurry. Rain-wise, we could see as much as a ½ inch to 1 inch of rain. Let's take a look, though, as we look at our 10-day forecast, what we're also going to expect to see with that. Well, that's going to also bring us a lot more of these temperatures here right around. Let me bring that back for you. Right here, there's our 10-day. All right, we're going to see these temperatures right into the upper 40s Thursday, Friday, and the weekend we'll get back into those 50s, but we're still looking at a lot of showers and thunderstorm chances.
Well, we know that we certainly need that rain, right? We've had such a long stretch of just dry weather.
It has been dry, and you know, we got a lot of wet weather as well with the wind and all of that happening early in January. We got that small breaks, and now we're kind of back at it.
All right, still some time to prepare your house and your car, right?
Yes, definitely. Take care of that.
Yes, good advice. Carly, thank you. All right, now to this. Some Mardi Gras celebrations are in full swing today at a retirement park in Elk Grove. This is so cool. The staff at Camden Springs Gracious Retirement Living Center put together a fun Mardi Gras celebration for their residents. They had a local band called Interlude perform all the best jazz and blues music while guests and residents sat and enjoyed Southern food and good company. Stay with us.
Most up-to-date weather information, tune in to Big Mountain's Weather Center on ABC 10. Farron Larson here, and if you're like me, you're always wondering about the weather. For the most updated weather information, tune in to the Big Mountain Weather Center every day on ABC 10.
BigMountainair.com. Don't let the insurance company push you around. Get a law firm that can push them around. The team at Jacoby & Myers has gotten our clients up to 10 times the insurance company's original offer. Don't settle for less. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
An umbrella is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service, from $5 a month. AAA, outsmart life.
ABC 10 is recognizing small businesses that are working to make their community a better place. Each month, we'll feature a new business that's gone above and beyond to help their community. Visit abc10.com to nominate a local business today. ABC 10, we stand for you.
If you're at home right now and you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet and the legs primarily.
And what are the symptoms?
The major symptoms we see are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, problems with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we can get some great results.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or having balance issues, call today for your your nerve damage screening. Your nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there is nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your nerve damage screening. First 25 callers receive this screening for free.
Coming up tonight, President Biden and the high-stakes speech here, the war in Ukraine marking 1 year. His message to Putin tonight. Also, the major storm back home sweeping across the U.S. Snow, ice, dangerous winds. In the Northeast, the rare tornado warning. And the Murdaugh trial tonight, the surviving son on the stand.
As gun violence continues to be an issue in the country, local law enforcement are staying prepared and ready to tackle any active shooter situation. Coming up on ABC 10 News at 6, we'll show you just how they are doing that. And Carly, you're tracking a busy weather weekend.
Yeah.
We're only just starting
Yeah,
that.
we're just starting. And if you notice, those winds were really picking up, and they continue to do so right now. We've seen them now topping out around 45 to 50 miles per hour, even in the valley, areas like Stockton. But what we're going to see is rain. That's going to start picking up for the valley spots, and that low snow elevation snow around 1,000 feet Thursday morning. We'll have scattered showers moving into your Friday, a small break Saturday, but more rain on the way Sunday, Monday to Tuesday as well.
Right. Prepare now while you can.
Do that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you back here at 6.
When you replace the windows on your home, buying high-quality windows is only half the equation.
They also have to be installed perfectly. Second-rate installations can lead to gaps, crooked frames, and air leaks, which will destroy the energy-saving potential of your new windows.
At Bell Brothers, we make perfect installation our highest priority. Our in-house installers are factory-trained and pay attention to detail.
Quality windows, expert installation.
That's Bell Brothers.
This President's Day, people are buzzing about my highly rated... Exactly, my highly rated living rooms. Like the Laurel Collection. It has... well said. Or my Betty Collection. Right, my Virgo... I seem to have lost control of the commercial. 3 collections, 5 stars, all only $9.99. See what all the buzz is about at Bob's Discount Furniture.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we believe in the healing power of a new smile, the way it makes you look and feel, the way a smile lights up a room, so people can see the best version of you, which is why we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Scan the QR code to learn more, or visit affordabledentures.com.
Go ahead and smile.
The fun has begun. The Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino is now Northern California's premier family fun destination. Get your heart racing on this spectacular 3-level indoor kart track. If bowling is up your alley, there are 18 lanes of fun at the Apex. Plus a mind-blowing virtual reality arcade, incredible golf simulators, and one of the best sports bars anywhere. We're taking entertainment to a whole new level. It's the Apex at Red Hawk Resort Casino.
It's the final days of NorCal Honda Dealers President's Day sales event, and everyone's voting Honda. Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
I feel confident every time I get in this car.
Honda's the best car I've ever owned. Hurry in now for big savings on Honda. Legendary for fuel efficiency and America's top brand for value. But don't wait. Our President's Day sales event ends soon. New SUVs are arriving daily, so come in now to buy or